chat.
The pits have been a bloodbath ever since Urza's
With you.
What do you want, human? You're crowding my hump.
Tell me about yourself. We're supposed to be fast, but you know.
So, you're in charge of Erdnot scouts? Why waste your time shooting at vermin?
Ammunition is the one thing we're not hurting for on Tachanka. As Scout Commander, I have to set an example. Plus, the little bastards get into food supplies if their numbers get too high. Can't have that.
Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, what exactly is it that you're scouting? I mean, you're scouting out the other clans, but are there other things you're working on too?
You see a lot of action around here?
Enough. Varen here and there.
Varen as well?
Snakes in any of the water safe enough to drink.
Oh.
Rex has made ceasefire agreements with some of the clans, but I still have to patrol, keep them honest.
Okay, I suppose that makes sense. Then, yeah, what exactly are your duties?
What does the scout commander do?
We find out where the enemies are, and we make them think that there are too many of us to screw with. Sometimes that means harassing the perimeter, taking out a generator or two. Other times, we play hide and seek. We leave lots of tracks, exaggerate our numbers.
Interesting. I mean, it doesn't sound like scouting as much as it's, you know, sabotage.
That's not recon, that's sabotage.
Exactly.
It's a lot easier to count their numbers once you blow some of them up. Everyone knows where Erdnot is, human. It's not like we can hide.
That is true. That is true. You said also some threats to your food supplies as well. I mean, we heard previously about the Pyjaks.
Don't your storehouses have automated defenses?
Why bother? Half of what we eat is vermin. And if we get hold of defense systems, we don't use them to guard grain. We've got weapons stockpiles to take care of. Beyond that, our women and children get the security.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like there might be a way to better optimize those resources.
Taking care of your food supply would help more in the long run.
If Clan Jordan kills our guards and helps itself to our well-secured food, there won't be a long term. This is Tachanka. Having power and clean water means we're living in luxury.
Guess so. What about the women and the children? I mean, first the children. Here we're allowed everything all the time.
Civilians?
Except you aren't.
Easiest way to wipe out a clan. Women and kids can fight, but they're always outnumbered if another clan goes after them. If its women and children are killed, a clan's hope for the future is lost. It falls apart. We don't do that, though. Rex's orders. Even if it costs us a battle, we don't fire on non-combatants.
Can also say that's not the best solution. I don't know. That's pretty harsh. Alright, I mean, good talking with you.
Thanks for the information.
Whatever.
So that was the Chief Scout. Was that not the specific scout we were looking for? Let's see. Talk to the Erdnot Scout Commander. Find out where the Blood Pack took Mordin'S student. Okay. That may not have been the Scout Commander. Just a normal scout, if you will. Get it?
More shock absorption. Those babies.
Their shock absorption.
Into hard eyes straight ahead.
Let's see. Where's our dude? Chief Scout. Oh, okay. Well, it does show up on our map, so that does certainly help. Excuse me. Thank you.
Faster shield regeneration. That's all this thing needs.
This variant can track you anywhere on the planet.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Chief Scout, in theory, is, like, in front of us? It's not Ratch. I don't think.
Should I ask the female clan for right of parentage?
What, over there? Where are you?
Like hers finally found seeing those vermin roasting in the heat from an explosive shell. I swear it was glorious.
It was a lot of fun.
Help yourself.
Hold on, we've obviously had this conversation before.
Anything you want, you buy at cost.
Not
I
you.
should go.
Suit yourself.
Not so surprisingly. I mean, was it the guy we were chatting with? Yeah, that's the Chief Scout. Didn't seem like he told us anything about Mordin, though. Or what Mordin was trying to do. It's the odd part. Try again?
Eyes straight ahead.
What do you want, human? You're crowding my hump.
Oh, well, maybe we got a little bit distracted asking him about himself. And, no longer had the option to have him help us find a Solarian. Let's go with that.
I'm looking for a Solarian. The Blood Pack captured him and he was last seen around here.
I heard about that Solarian. Poor bastard. If it's Blood Pack, then Clan Werelock has him. Sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never reported back. Guess they got him, too. Chief told me to give you one of the trucks. Just follow the highway to Werelock's base, if you've got the quads to deal with him in the Blood Pack.
I mean, probably. Let's get a little more information, though. Yeah, so who exactly is Werelock, and what kind of Blood Pack troops are we talking about
What's
here?
Clan Werelock's reputation, and how are they involved with the Blood Pack?
Tough humps, and they're not friendly like we are. You ever run into the Blood Pack? Mercenary gang.
We definitely have.
Clan Werelock started it. One of the only gangs with an off-world presence. They're fanatics, totally devoted to Werelock Guld. Whatever they did with your Solarian, Guld's behind it.
Okay. I mean, they aren't all Krogan, that is true, but yeah, how so?
What makes Guld so special?
He's got 2 children. One of them is a girl. Some people think he's got a destiny. Not me. I had a cousin who won 20 consecutive games of Quasar. Lucky bastard. I'd ask my cousin for a loan, but I wouldn't swear allegiance to him. Luck. That's all it is. Same for Guld.
Alright, Quasar, of course, being the gambling game that we saw in Mass Effect 1. Yeah, there are some Vorcha in the Blood Pack, at least on Omega.
But the Blood Pack has non-Krogan members, like Vorcha.
Ha! The Vorcha. They're just like the Varen. Only they can use guns and don't crap on the floor as often.
Not that they
Krogan
don't do
are
it,
the
they just
only
don't do it
real
as often.
members of the Blood Pack. Anyone else is just there to soak enemy fire.
Okay. When we did ask about Guld, right? I assume this is the same thing that we heard about that previously. So, what about the base?
What can you tell me about Clan Werelock's base?
Last I heard, the clan was holed up in an old hospital. I haven't seen it, though. I've only seen Clan Werelock from a distance. If I'd gotten closer, I'd have taken a shot. You get inside, though, bring a big gun. Werelock's base is crawling with Blood Pack.
Okay, I mean, the
That
hospital?
doesn't sound too defensible. Why'd they hole up there?
Any hospital on Tuchanka has to be built well enough to withstand a bunch of enraged Krogan.
Oh.
When an injury forces us to switch over to secondary organs, things get messy. Higher thought processes don't always transition properly. Blood rage, they call it.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a situation in which things could get horribly wrong very quickly. As for the Solarian presence, though...
Any idea what they're doing with the Solarian?
I assume they wanted to torture him. You don't take somebody home just to kill them. It's messy. Maybe he pissed off the Blood Pack, and they brought him here for special treatment. No skin off my hump what they do with him. One less alien on Tuchanka.
He is a bit xenophobic.
You don't seem
It's
to
true.
have much love lost for aliens.
Don't get your quads in a twist. If I was gonna kill you, you'd know it. Rex believes we need to unite the Krogan people. I don't think we can do that with off-worlders interfering, but it's not my call.
Alright, I suppose that's an understandable take, even if we disagree with you. But, of course, this is where we would head out to do Mordin'S mission. And if we are to do that, then we won't be able to head back here for quite some time. Although, as I was saying, Tuchanka is a hub world, technically speaking, much like Ilium or Omega is. So we can come back here on future occasions. It is not just when we are doing Mordin'S loyalty mission. So, you know, we can, if we want to, buy things from the shops now. If we want to, we can wait and do that stuff later. You know, if there are some people we want to talk to later, we can do that as well. But as I was saying, in particular, that mechanic, you want to make sure you talk to him preemptively so that you get the quest. But, I suppose we're ready to take the truck. We should go. Okay, so, this is, of course, Mordin'S loyalty mission, so that means we are definitely taking Mordin, and if we're expecting Blood Pack, which, given how we are, we definitely are, We're definitely gonna see a lot of Krogan, I imagine, and as we were saying, potentially a fair bit of Vorcha as well, and that is Mordin's specialty. He is very good against armor and life, and that is what Krogans do. They have lots of armor, and they regenerate their life. So, having a good Incineration Blast, fully upgraded Incinerate, should be very helpful for that purpose. Then, other than that, for the second person, we have some options here. We obviously just took Samara on the Collector Base mission, and remember, although we primarily took her because Reeve deals extra damage to barriers, it does also deal extra damage to armor. So Samara's not a bad choice for that reason. She does also have that at area Reeve, so it is quite good for taking out multiple enemies that have armor on them. Warp is, at least in terms of the amount of damage dealt, quite similar to Reeve. It also is technically a damage over time. At least it is in Mass Effect 3. I think it is in Mass Effect 2 as well. But no, I might be conflating, but I'm pretty sure that's also the case in Mass Effect 2 as well. So, you could make the case for either of them. I think that Samara's Reeve, as we were saying, is all the way up to rank 4, whereas Miranda's, I mean, it's been a little while since we last used her, so we probably, if we don't yet have Warp up to rank 4, then we might be able to make that happen. Not entirely sure. I mean, we could even bring Grunt. He is, of course, our newest squad member. As we were saying, I mean, the incendiary ammo doesn't help us at all, because, unfortunately, we currently have incendiary ammo on Shepard, and we could bring him just for the sake of bringing him. He is tanky, so he does help with, trying to handle some hard-hitting Krogan and maybe Vorcha. But, other than that, you know, it would make a lot more sense if we had respect and taken ourselves off of incendiary ammo, and then we could use Grunt as our source for that. But from a pure game mechanic standpoint, from a, like, specifically planning gameplay-wise for this mission, Grunt is probably not quite as good. Jacob, similar story, because he has the incendiary ammo as well. The Pull Field, though, I forgot we got all the way up to full rank for Pull. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I think that Krogan actually have a little bit of resistance to biotics, so Pull may not be quite as powerful against them as it might be against other enemies. Jack, sorry, until you get Warp ammo, you are not really going to be strong consideration for almost any mission. Kasumi, let's see, the Overload, no, not the best fit. Flashbang Grenade, don't think it's particularly good against the Krogan. And then Shadow Strike, of course, is always great, but this might be a rare time when Kasumi may not be one of our top choices. Garrus, until we get armor-piercing ammo, maybe not that effective against Krogan. Tally, I don't think so yet. We've not yet used her. I'd like to get the chance to do that soon, but don't think this is the right fit. So, yeah, I think it's probably either Samara, Miranda, or Grunt. Grunt would just be for the sake of, you know, getting him in, because we've not yet used him. Saeed, Inferno Grenade technically has a little bit of extra effectiveness against armor, but I think we only have 1 point in it, and it's not a skill that I really think we want to be focusing on, so, I say we go Grunt. It's going to be a little bit trickier, but we've had a lot of difficult missions as of late. I'd like to believe this one will not be quite as tough, but I've now probably jinxed it. So, as we were saying, we're going to have a ton of free skill points here. I don't think we're going to do anything with incendiary ammo, though, at least not until we consider and commit to resending our incendiary ammo ourselves, if we want to go that route. Because otherwise, this is either completely useless, or if we go with the Inferno ammo, then sure, Grunt himself is a little bit better, but, you know, not a huge improvement over what we would have already gotten just from relying on the squad ammo that Shepard provides. Then we took everyone else here for just walking around Tuchanka, so nothing new there. And should mean that our weapons are all primed and ready to go as well. It has a pretty cool looking truck. Except now it looks more like a tractor. Alright. So let's see. No immediate signs of enemies. You have a weapons locker right off the bat. It's a little strange. Of course, we just started the mission, so, you know, if you messed up with your weapon selections, then I guess you could fix them there. Otherwise, there's not really much reason for that. Let's take a look at our journal entry here, just to see what our directive is. Mordin has learned the Bloodpack mercenaries have captured Malin, his former protege, and are holding him in Tuchanka. Malin helped Mordin work on the Genophage project, so his capture raises possible security concerns. We can take the truck, we did, to try to get to Clan Werlock's base. That's all we know of at the moment, though. Get a better look at Tuchanka, but as people were saying, it's a bit of a wasteland. Let's, before we go any further, though, except there is an enemy already, I was gonna say, we throw on our incendiary ammo here, because that is something we have never seen before. It's a Clixon. And the Clixon is, well, it's, you know, some of the wildlife that you see here on Tuchanka, and, well, let's just say it's not friendly. So, I mean, we'll just throw everything we can at it. It is pretty unique in a few different ways, which we may soon see. I actually don't remember what happens if you pull it. I think you can, but sure, we'll do it. Freezing it certainly helps. There is another one, though, and, can we sort of hit the other one while it's, walk there? As you started to see, they explode when they die. It is significant if you're standing close by, because it'll hurt. The other thing with the Clixon is that they are resistant to fire damage, and almost completely resistant to it at that. So in some cases, I think for some abilities, they are completely resistant. Like Incinerate might quite literally do nothing to them. But let's throw on our incendiary ammo, because at least against our expected Krogan adversaries.
Switch up! Switch up!
We'll switch up twice. No, it should be very effective against them. Okay, so our teammates should have both weapons ready to go now for us. So this. And what did we forget? The Carnifex, I think? Yeah. Alright, put that on. We are still rather low on our metagels at the moment after having completed the collector base mission. Why don't we go thematic a little bit more here? I do like it. From our brief time that we've used it thus far, it does seem like the damage is quite good. So we'll test that out. Yeah, we could still use a bit of a restock on metagel after spending a whole bunch at the collector mission, but, you know, that's in many ways what we're saving them for. Ooh, this Clixon is very close to us, and I don't like that. Because we talked about defensively what makes the Clixon special. And that they explode on death, so you definitely don't want them exploding on you up close. Ooh, now we've got some Varen. Okay, so Varen, definitely an easy choice. Reeve and incinerate those. They are not so tanky, fortunately. And our fire damage should be much more effective against them. Thought I still saw... Yup! Another enemy here. It looks like we may have encountered... Ooh! Some of the blood pack here. And, the Boom Squad, perhaps. At that, let's have our teammates take cover there.
Got it.
Let's see, we've got friends. We've got Boom Squad member number 1 and Boom Squad member number 2. So, let's incinerate you. You are Vorcha, of course. Ooh, that was close. That was also quite close. Alright, so, you're already down to health, so we can concussive shot you, knock you down, or we could even pull you out.
Back shot.
of cover like so. And then from there, I mean, do whatever you'd like.
Do the trick.
So we've done so many difficult missions as of late. I'd like to believe this one will not be quite as tough. Certainly not as tough as the collector base. Then again, our team is far less optimized for this one compared to what we did for the collector base, at least, you know, when it comes to grunt. I think the game is auto-saving here, but I don't think we've saved yet manually, so why don't we do that? Load back on up. Yeah, the Matic has been impressed with the damage already. I mean, it functions very differently from the Geth Plasma Shotgun. It is basically the opposite. You spam the attack button as quickly as possible, whereas for the Plasma Shotgun, we're charging it up. And only firing it very infrequently. Okay, so the other thing is that these guys have a bunch of health regeneration. Reeve does stop health regeneration, as does Incinerate. So we have good answers to that. I think will be pretty key.
On the ground, now!
There's definitely more Vorcha where that one came from. I don't think that one's dead yet. Is it? It might be. Reeve is, of course, damage over time. All right, let's have, yeah, our squad mates hold position here.
Yeah.
Going.
Okay, let's see. The one we were shooting at is dead. That one's dead. Oh, now the Krogans start coming at you. I think they're generally going to be more dangerous than the Vorcha. So let's... Ooh, yeah, we're definitely going to want to review. Ooh, look at how much damage that deals. Going to want to incinerate you to shut down the health regeneration. He's charging. Not for long, though, fortunately. Still doing okay on the Matic ammo. You see more ammo there. Not seeing any enemies on our map at the moment. So let's advance slowly here. We may not be done yet. I do see a Metagel container, which is also something that I'm eyeing. Still nothing here at the moment. Have this. Anyone else? Now I see more people coming our way. Looks like Varen on the right side there, and another Krogan soldier on the other side. Let's have our friends take cover here.
Hitting cover.
Moving out of line of fire.
Headed for combat.
Okay, well done. Getting the Varen there. Can we get it when it's kinda, sorta hiding behind that cover? We might have. Oh, there's another Varen as well. We might even need to. Ooh, yep. Go around the other way. We don't want this guy flanking us, because it'll get us out of cover for when the actual threat,
Just needing to help.
the Krogan, shows up. Oh, yep. Don't want to get staggered. Please knock it down. Thank you. And just unload on him. Again, I like the Matic. First impression is good. And my first time playing Mass Effect 2 was as an adept, and so I did not have access to the Matic, at least not initially. I think at the collector base I did choose assault rifles, so in that sense, at least eventually I would have been able to use it, but not for a while. Not for a while. Let's see, is there anything else around here? Oh, there's more. Is that ammo? That is ammo. Not that we need it. Now... More enemigos? Yes. Yes. Are they headed our way, or are they just chilling? No, they're headed our way. Okay, that's a pyro. Let's see, our friends are hanging out back there. So probably should have had them come up with us more promptly. Let's prevent you from regenerating that HP. Looks like we might have a couple of pyros here at that.
Impact shot.
Thing about pyros is you can explode them once you have their armor taken care of. It is pretty nice.
It's gonna blow.
Like that.
One more.
I was gonna say, you ideally have them next to each other so you can take multiple out at a time with that explosion. Wasn't sure if we were gonna make that happen, but then they did walk closer together, so we could. Thought I saw what looked to be a Krogan head. Maybe I made that up. As I was saying, we do need the Metagel. Used a lot of that recently, so... Okay. Carry on. Ooh, Iridium. Sure. I don't think we've missed anything along the way here. It's been fairly empty from a reward standpoint. It's the first real thing other than just metagel that we picked up. I imagine, yep. Gonna find some friends here. So you just be a little bit closer this way.
Right.
What's this? This is another pyro, okay. No armor.
Not difficult.
Oh, means, yep, that should be able to blow you up. There's definitely a lot more enemies coming our way, though. This is another pyro. Let's reeve this guy. I don't think reeve can explode the pyros even when their armor's down. That's going to be mostly Mordin'S job.
Right on your ass.
Next.
Yeah, you guys are, like, not really in cover, though, is the thing.
Cover.
Here,
Taking
are
cover.
these guys, these other enemies, are they advancing on us, or do we need to push forward? I feel like we need to push forward for them to take notice. So, let's do that. Where exactly are they? It's like they're in position here. They might be in sniper's position as soon as we around this corner, which makes me a little cautious about poking our heads through here. Thought that fire there for a second was going to be an enemy. Here they are. Okay, let's see, what do we have? We have Blood Pack Trooper, Nothing too crazy at the moment. Oh, I missed. Damage over time, yeah, should take you out. And then the other one looks like that's just another trooper. Yeah, it's all just the portrait here. Those have been certainly the weakest of the enemies we've encountered thus far, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. You out. Oh, someone trying to flank us over there? Oh. Okay, it's a Blood Pack Trooper, I think again. Trooper means Forcha. Warrior means Krogan. So if we see Warrior, then that is reason to be a little more alarmed. Still don't... I thought I told you guys to hang out here. Just very much not what you are doing. Does kind of feel like you have a death wish right now.
Not a problem.
Ooh, that guy got blasted. Appears to be the last of them. Let's take a look around here, see if there's anything we can pick up. Anything hiding in this corner, say? Ah, the combustion manifold. So as I was saying before, the combustion manifold is the quest item that we were looking for, and you only can find this here if you have preemptively spoken to the mechanic. If you did not speak to the mechanic before starting this mission, I don't believe you can find it here. So that's why you want to make sure you talk to him first. Let's see, we've got the ammo now. I think we've got everything here. And it is a little alarming, but it is seemingly quite empty in the first half, at least in terms of loots. I don't think we missed anything. Let's see, it's been a while since we had a bypass. A surprisingly long time. That's an easy one. That, I think it's gonna be this. And it's gonna be that. We also probably should save. Yeah. Let's carry on. Oh?
Purposed Krogan Hospital. Sturdy, built to withstand punishment.
Okay. That is what we heard people saying. Our journal has apparently changed. Mordin has learned... Oh, well, we know about that stuff, but... So we took the truck, entered the hospital, entered the repurposed Krogan Hospital, and searched for Mordin's student. Right. Okay. So... We have a... Yikes. Dead human body.
That body, human. Need to take a look. Sores, tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites. Test subject, victim of experimentation.
That doesn't sound good. Any clue who this is?
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was.
No tattoos or ID. Maybe slave or prisoner, maybe merc or pirate. Irrelevant now. Clearly part of Krogan tests to cure genophage. Humans useful as test subjects. Genetically diverse. Enables exploration of treatment modalities.
I mean, that doesn't sound good. As a human, would rather they not do that, but, I mean, why not Farron?
Wouldn't something native to Tuchanka work better? Varen, maybe?
Yes, human experiments strictly high-level concept testing. Native Tuchanka fauna likely used later in development stages. Wise to delay use of Varen until necessary. Powerful bite.
I was gonna say, I mean, surely the Varen are more plentiful on Tuchanka than humans, who were not originally from Tuchanka and are only here, you know, if they've been captured, I assume is the primary reason, or in very rare situations such as ours, if they happen to voluntarily come here, but even then, you know, usually they're immediately killed, based on what it sounds like, how the Krogan were responding to our arrival. But, what kind of experience are we talking about here?
What can you tell about their experiments from looking at the body?
Position of tumors suggests deliberate mutation of adrenal pineal glands, modifying hormone levels, counterattack on glands hit by genophage. Clever.
Clever in what way?
Do you think they're close to curing the genophage?
Can't say. Need more data. Conceptually sound, though. Genophage alters hormone levels, could repair damage with hormonal counterattack.
Sounds like they are onto something. What about, I mean, still seems strange that they would use humans for their testing, but, apparently because of our genetic diversity?
How are humans more genetically diverse?
More variable. Peaks and valleys, mutations, adaptations, far beyond other life. Makes humans useful test subjects. Larger reactions to smaller stimuli.
Also pretty sure, IRL, that humans actually have very little genetic diversity. Even when we're talking about people from, you know, distant parts of the world, that we are surprisingly very, very similar across our entire species when compared against other species who have much wider differences across their species, genetically speaking. So, I mean, of course, that's at least relative to all other Earth biology. No idea relative to, you know, the Solarians, Krogan, Asari, and Turians, and so on in Mass Effect. But, I mean, that's sort of where I'm going with the whole, like, technically that's a little bit odd, because that is, even that you would even use humans based on that logic, because that's not really true. And it's, again, like, even if people look really different, even if they're from a much different part of the world, and I think it is still, in many cases, that our genetics are surprisingly similar, again, relative to other species on Earth that have much more genetic diversity.
I know we can look much different from each other, but Asari have a wide range of skin tones.
No, ignore superficial appearance, down to genetic code. Biotic abilities, intelligence levels. Can look at random Asari, Krogan, make reasonable guess. Humans, too variable to judge. Outliers in all species, of course. Geniuses, idiots. But human probability curve offers greater overall variety.
Okay. I mean, using humans is perhaps wrong. Yes.
Experimenting on humans? That kind of crap is what makes Cerberus start to seem like a good idea.
Never used humans myself. Disgusting, unethical, sloppy. Used by brute force researchers, not thinkers. No place in proper science. Krogan use of humans, unsurprising.
Did you use Krogan subjects? Because, as we know, you certainly worked on Krogan biology in the past.
I imagine you had to do some live subject testing while developing the new genophage.
No, unnecessary. Limited tests to simulations, corpses, cloned tissue samples. High-level tests on Varen. No tests on species with members capable of calculus. Simple rule, never broke it.
Can it do calculus? Not allowed. Alright, my guess is that was technically a renegade option, but, you know, interested to see what Mordin had to say on that topic, so... Alright, we gotta stop this, it looks like.
Got 2 reasons to shut this place down.
Focus on Malin. Too late to help the dead.
No renegade points. I was really expecting it, but... Alright, we've got to find Malin and try to shut this place down. Or, well, he said too late to shut this place down, but we can try. We can try. Is there anything there? No? Did we get distracted by the human? Doesn't seem like it. Seems like we're good. Oh, we've got some iridium, okay. Nice. Still no signs of enemies here. But maybe we save before going through the door.
I am the speaker for Clan Werlock, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Werlock Gold, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
So, well, this looks like they are not too pleased about our presence. You're letting us go, though? Seems a little strange.
Krogan don't generally let people go. What does Clan Werlock have planned?
If you walk away now, you can tell your children that you saw Clan Werlock before our blood pack conquered the stars. You think the Erd not impressive? They are pitiful! Werlock Gold will destroy them! The Solarian will cure the Genophage, and Clan Werlock will spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood!
Oh.
Appears they discovered Malin's work. Unfortunate.
Yeah. See, so that's why the Genophage got developed to begin with, was to prevent the Krogan from sabotaging, destroying, reconquering the entire galaxy, which they were starting to do. Not to say it was the right way to do it, but I'm just saying that, it seems as though in this case, history may be doomed to repeat itself, where if the Genophage were to be cured, these guys seem pretty keen, based on that statement, on, you know, just attacking any and everyone.
It doesn't have to happen like this. I can understand wanting to cure the Genophage.
No, human, you understand nothing! You have not seen the piles of children that never lived. The Krogan were wronged. We will make it right, and then we will have our revenge!
I mean, have you tried diplomacy?
Half the galaxy sees the Krogan as victims. If you start a war, you'll lose their support.
We have the Blood Pack, and we have the Solarian. When our clan numbers in the millions, we will not need support. When we cure the Genophage, Werlock Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellions will
We can interrupt him here with a renegade
The
interrupt. I
surviving
will
races
choose
will
not
frighten
to.
their children with tales of what the Blood Pack did to the Turians.
Long time to do it as well.
As their citadel plunges into the sun, we will keep Solarians
I mean,
as
he is a
slaves
clan speaker.
and
He's
eat
gotta
their
speak.
eggs as a delicacy.
Ooh.
If you lack the wisdom to flee, then you will be the first of billions to be crushed beneath our might. For Werlock Gold!
That has got to be the longest reaction we have ever seen, and it's not even close. Now, as is often the case, in reactions that are against enemies, yeah, it would have made this upcoming fight a lot easier. But, you know, we're not about that renegade style. So, we got ourselves Werlock Clan Guard, 2 of those. We have the Werlock Clan Speaker, and there may even be more enemies coming our way. So, let's see. We've got... The Incineration Blast does have an AoE. Definitely do that. While they are stunned, blast them to smithereens. And read them. And continue to blast them to smithereens. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, maybe don't do that. Also, we perhaps are getting flanked. And may need to gel. Hey, hey, Mordin, if you could, like... Incinerate Blast those guys, that'd be lovely. Also, I do think we are getting flanked, and I don't particularly like that. And Mordin, you have a Death Wish. I didn't think I had to do this, but please stay... Oh, also, I actually don't think this is going to be the best cover for us. There is a medical station back there. That would be nice. We had the ability to fall back there. That could be worth doing, but yeah, I don't think this is the best spot, per se, because they can kind of sort of hit us from here. And they have a good angle to flank us over there. This guy's almost dead, though. There's so many of them that are almost dead. I absolutely hate how Mordin went over there, and he's probably about to die. Please do not get out of cover, Shepard. Just wait for this, then read. Then Incineration Blast. Then try to blast these guys. Thematic. And they are supposed to be having their health regeneration disabled from Incinerate. But, okay, see, here comes the flank. So now this is where we probably do need to find a better spot to hang out.
I'll put them down.
Possibly even just here. Oh, I really thought Grunt was an enemy for a second there. I was rather concerned. Okay. Orchard down. I think it is now just... Okay. That's not him. Okay, that's him. Is that a Vorcher or is that a Krogan? I think that's a Vorcher. That is definitely a Vorcher. He's, in theory, not as threatening, so that's a good sign. Did we missed on all of those abilities. He was technically in cover enough to avoid getting hit. Hello. Goodbye. You can't regen through that, I'm afraid. And at least for the moment, things have calmed down. I remember when I did my first Mass Effect 2 playthrough, I think I had a lot of trouble with that fight. And it may have been that I just chilled here in the middle and got absolutely clobbered. It may have been that I just did this mission much earlier on. But either way, I mean, that was not bad. Not so bad. You know? At least once we made a point of not getting flanked, then we certainly have the damage. Certainly have the damage with this team. At least with Mordin and with us. Again, Grunt, a little bit less so, but...
Right.
Not a problem.